hurt, don't tell, but insist on being there.
So what I'm
being in my life and make them worse.
So
We'll do better without each other. Let me go and find my own way. And you can find somebody that likes
or just even be by my own.
Either one. You can look for it and find yourself somebody that likes the same time like you. Should have people like that.
A lot,
I don't like it.
Now what I'm trying to do here, what I'm going to do today. Where are you going?
The most common side effects are respiratory and urinary tract infections, headache, and injection site reactions. It may increase the risk of infusion-related reactions and infection. Tell your doctor if you have a history of infections or symptoms of an infection. Tell Canarologist about Midgard Hydruo for GMG and picture your life in motion.
At Morgan Stanley, old school hard work meets bold new thinking. To help you see untapped possibilities and relentlessly work with you.
Brought to you by BestofWork.com. If you were like one company that will send you a free book to answer questions you might have. Call now. You 800-214-1000.
It's Attorney General Pam Boendi's first day on the job. She was confirmed by the Senate last night, and her new role comes as the DOJ is surrounded in chaos, with firings for employees who worked on cases related to Donald Trump and January 6th. CNN's Paul Reed joins us now. So what actions do we expect to see from Pam Boendi on day one here?
Look, no matter what's on her official agenda, the fact that she is walking in the door today into a fire swamp, something I haven't seen in a decade of firing the Justice Department, is concerned with the firing of agents and prosecutors involved in the cases related to President Trump or January 6th. Now, I've spoken to a source familiar with that strategy who tells me, look, they're not looking to fire thousands of folks at the FBI or the Justice Department. And you know, just last week, a top Justice Department official sent out a memo demanding this information about people who worked on January 6th, and the subject line was terminations, right? There are reasons that people are so concerned. My source tells me, yeah, they agree. The messaging hasn't been great, and this is going to be really Bondi's first challenge, is to right the ship and try to restore trust while simultaneously trying to implement the president's agenda. Now, I'm told today she will rescind some memos from the Biden administration. First, she will rescind a memo that was issued under Attorney General Merrick Garland that seemed to suggest the FBI was targeting, quote, radical traditional Catholics. This memo, as the then Attorney General Merrick Garland called it, calling, never officially rescinded it. She will also rescind a 2021 memo from the Attorney General Merrick Garland that was supposed to address concerns about threats of school board memos that became a sort of a right-wing talking point for these parents who are concerned about educational policy or, quote, domestic terrorists. Now, she is also expected, as may not happen today, but she's also expected to announce the formal review of how the cases related to January 6th were handled. But another challenge that she will have as soon as tomorrow is trying to successfully defend the president's executive orders. We were told that this time around they were going to be more carefully crafted to withstand judicial challenges. But so far, they're over 3. And tomorrow, the president's executive order on birthright citizenship goes before a judge in Seattle, a Reagan appointee, who's already said, you're not going to win in my court. So that's something that's really going to require a lot of attention. This is one of the toughest jobs in government. She has decades of law enforcement experience, but nothing can prepare you for this.
Yeah, she has the work cut out for her, for sure. Paula Reed, thank you. Well, the Super Bowl may be just a few days away. The party is already getting started down in New Orleans. That's where we find CNN sports anchor Troy Wire. Hi, Troy.
What's up, Bill? How are you? Is the after party? Welcome to here. Home of gumbo, etouffee, Creole cuisine, great music scene, and this Sunday Super Bowl 59. Eagles and Chiefs in a rematch of the Super Bowl 2 years ago. We have some headlines on the Big Easy next.
It's the news.
Welcome back.
But it's also kind of not the news.
Why is all the information on this show so terrible?
I got news for you. It's your family to be from CNN.
If you have heart failure or chronic kidney disease, Garcia can help you keep living life because there are places you'd like to be. Serious side effects include increased ketones, blood or urine, and bacterial infection between the anus and genitals, both which may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness or swelling between the anus and genitals. Ask your doctor about Farxiga today.
COVID-19. I'm not waiting. If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Paxlovid is an oral treatment for adults with mild to moderate COVID-19 and a high risk factor for it becoming severe. It does not prevent COVID-19.
My symptoms are mild now, but I'm not risking it. If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Paxlovid must be taken within the first 5 days of symptoms and help stop the virus from multiplying in your body.
Taking Paxlovid with certain medicines can lead to serious or life-threatening side effects or affect how it or other medicines work, including hormonal birth control. Tell your doctor about all medicines, vitamins, and herbal supplements you take, as certain tests or dosage changes of your other medicines may be needed. Tell them if you have kidney or liver problems, HIV-1, are or plan to be pregnant or breastfeed. Don't take Paxlovid if allergic to its ingredients. Stop taking and call your doctor right away if you have allergic reaction symptoms. Serious side effects can include allergic reactions, some severe like anaphylaxis and liver problems. These are not all the possible side effects, so talk to your doctor.
If it's COVID, Paxlovid.
Ask your doctor today.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms kept me out of the picture. Now I have Skyrizi.
Now I'm back in the picture. Feel significant symptom relief in 4 weeks with Skyrizi, including less abdominal pain and fewer bowel movements. Skyrizi helped visibly improve damage of the intestinal lining. And with Skyrizi, many were in remission in 12 weeks, at 1 year, and even at 3 years. Don't use allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight that may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's. Now's the time to take control of your Crohn's. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 prescribed biologic in Crohn's disease.
I brought in Max Protein with 30 grams of protein. Those who tried me felt more energy in just 2 weeks. Here, I'll take that.
Max Protein, 30 grams protein, 1 gram sugar, and a protein blend to feed muscles up to 7 hours.
I was at a stoplight, surrendered by driver who was under the influence. Within 30 days, they had a settlement for $300,000.
Injured in a car accident? Oh, that's now. At Stanton Optical, independent eye doctors are available for eye exams whenever you need one. You should have seen me before I got mine. You're so quiet. Are you mad at me? Book your free same-day eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
This is my dog.
Really?
Did you?
Well, you didn't know Stanton Optical makes eye care easy.
Exactly.
Two pairs of glasses and free eye exam. $79. Stanton Optical. This is powerful. Don't settle for the insurance company. Close all off. Call Tiger Green and Finance.
Tiger Green and Finance won my case and got me a great settlement. Now I can live my dreams.
I'm W. Sullivan, Greenland, and this is CNN.
As we count down to kick off the Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans, the NFL is changing up on its field message for the big game. Instead of seeing end racism in the end zone, fans will now see true love. CNN's Clay Wire joins us now from New Orleans. So what is behind this change, Clay?
I've been, as you mentioned, racism, well, that's been used in the Super Bowl for the past several years, and as you said, the league will now use the phrase choose we saw in the end zone of the Chiefs stadium in the AFC title game a couple weeks ago. NFL spokesman Brian McCarthy told
I'm
us
going to turn
the
this
Super
off,
Bowl
okay?
was often a snapshot in time and chose that was appropriate. He said he gave several reasons, including the recent terrorist attack here in New Orleans. The other end zone will have the message, it takes all of us. Teams have used other phrases in end zones this season too. Stop hate and vote. The league started the field steps in 2020 as part of its Inspire Teams social justice initiative. Now to the players who will be playing on the field, specifically Chiefs star quarterback Patrick Mahomes, who told me yesterday there is one thing giving him added motivation this Sunday, the birth of his third child.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. We are diving headfirst into a world that's changing faster than ever before, the world of IT.
And it's impacting every single one of us, whether we realize it or not.
I mean, seriously, think about it. From the apps on our phones to the way we work, even healthcare is being revolutionized by IT, and that's not even scratching the surface. So for this deep dive, we're going to be using a college textbook called Introduction to Information Systems as like our roadmap. Don't worry, we'll skip the boring lectures.
Yeah, we promise no pop quizzes here.
We are going to be focusing on what's relevant to you right now, like how IP is shaping your life, your job, and even the future. Like, remember that whole pink sauce fiasco on TikTok?
Oh yeah, the one with the mysterious ingredients.
Exactly. It turns out that whole saga is a perfect example of how business is done in the digital age, for better or worse.
It really shows both the power and the potential pitfalls of social media. Oh hey, I think our listeners got something to say.
Yes, I wanted you to see if you can come up with a multiple choice question for the class.
Absolutely, that's a great idea. Let's see, how about this? Which of the following is not a benefit of understanding information systems, according to our textbook? A, you can provide valuable input. B, you will be aware of new technology. C, you can become a hacker. Or D, you can understand how IT improves performance.
I like that. It's a good way to check for understanding of why this is all important. Okay, so we were talking about being tech savvy, not just tech dependent.
Exactly, and that no, go for it.
So give us a multiple choice question with the correct answer.
Okay, great idea. Let's do it. The correct answer to the question is C, you can become a hacker.
Right. Understanding IT is empowering, but it's not like some magic key to becoming a cyber criminal.
Okay, so we were talking about being...
Oh, yeah,
Yes. Why don't you try another multiple choice question, create another multiple choice question with this chapter 1, and also give us the correct answer.
Absolutely. I think that's a fun way to check understanding.
Okay, here's another one for you. According to our textbook, which of these is not a typical function of the MIS department? A, managing computer operations. B, managing system development. C, initiating strategic IS. Or D, writing novels for the company.
Okay, and the correct answer here is D, writing novels for the company. The other three are all part of the traditional or new functions of the MIS department.
Right, so hopefully that illustrates what the MIS department does. And we're keeping this fun and engaging, right?
Definitely. We're all about making complex topics relatable and easy to digest.
So, as we were saying, back to our listener. What's up?
Yes. Give us another pop quiz. Something fun on this material.
Absolutely. We're happy to keep the quizzes coming. It's a fun way to learn, right?
Okay, here we go. Which of the following is not a reason why being an informed user of information systems is important? A, you can provide valuable input. B, you can recommend IT applications. C, you can become a professional athlete. Or D, you will be aware of new technology.
And the answer to that one is C. You can become a professional athlete.
Definitely not. While being an informed user is great, it won't make you an NBA star.
Okay, so we were talking about the importance of being an informed user. Yep, go on.
Yes, add another multiple choice question where the incorrect answer is not so obvious.
Okay, that's a great idea, and I appreciate you wanting a challenge.
Yeah, we definitely don't want to make it too easy for you, right?
Let's see, how about this? Which of the following is least likely to be a benefit of a well-managed information system? A, improved efficiency. B, reduced operational costs. C, increased workplace stress. Or D, better decision-making.
Okay, I like that. It's definitely not as obvious.
And the correct answer is C, increased workplace stress.
Right, a good information system should aim to reduce stress, not add to it.
Right, that Uber hack that we mentioned earlier is a great example of a security issue.
Absolutely, and it shows that cybersecurity isn't just about firewalls
So
and
what
fancy
I'm
software.
doing
It's about
for-
understanding
No,
human
but
behavior,
this is gonna be an
recognizing those
exercise
vulnerabilities.
that
Exactly. Think of it like this. You wouldn't leave your front door
Each
unlocked,
student will
right?
have
Cybersecurity is about
create
having that same
for
level
their
of awareness in the
chapters
digital world.
So it's not just about having a strong
documentation
password,
plus
it's about
do the
being aware
content,
of the
and
tactics
they'll
that
use
hackers use.
That's right.
screencasting
But hey, it's
to-
not all doom and gloom in the world of IT, right? There are some amazing
to
companies out there using
join in the
technology to make a real
conversation.
difference.
Like I was
and
reading about
query.
Zeus Health.
Oh yeah, they're trying to
And
like
this
digitally
took-
revitalize
this
healthcare.
took-
Exactly. They're using AI to
I
personalize
am
treatment
recording.
plans and predict potential health risks.
I am
It's
recording.
pretty incredible.
It is. It's like shifting from just treating illnesses to actually preventing them.
That's a game changer right there, and they're doing even more.
They're streamlining community.
Yeah, uh-huh.
When you give us a multiple choice question, there a way for us to see text so we can see it on the screen?
That's a really interesting question. It's something we hadn't thought about.
Yeah, so like for the multiple choice questions, we could definitely explore options to display them for you.
We're always looking for ways to make this more interactive and engaging for you, and that's a great idea.
It's like
Yeah.
it could be a pop-up text box that shows up on your screen.
Or even a little poll system that lets you choose the answer directly live.
We'll have to do some research into the best way to implement this, but it's definitely something that's now on our radar.
We really do appreciate your feedback, and it's how we can make this podcast even better.
Absolutely, and thank you for helping us make this a better learning experience.
Okay, so before we dive into the next part, let's finish up that thought about Zoo's health.
Right, the pandemic really accelerated this move towards digital healthcare.
Hello.
Like telemedicine and
We'll
remote
start in a
monitoring,
second.
these are not
First, I'd like to
futuristic
ask
things
you,
anymore. They're
would you
becoming
like to subscribe to
standard
Call
practice.
Annie Super?
Exactly, and it's
It
all
comes with
connected to
access
these
to more
information
features
systems
and
that are
unlimited
mobile
call
as well.
time.
Okay, so we've covered a lot
Not
here, but
yet.
it's time to discuss different types of information systems.
We'll try to
Hey
keep
there,
it relatable
how's everything
and
going?
easy to understand.
Any
for
new
you.
updates
First
on
up,
your
let's talk
projects or
about
those wild
transaction
dreams?
processing systems, or
I'm all
TPS.
ears.
Think about the last time you bought something online. That whole process is managed by a TPS.
So TPS is like the digital checkout line of the world.
Exactly, and it's not just online shopping. Think of all the everyday transactions.
It's amazing how much we rely on these systems without even knowing it.
It shows how integrated they are and why it's important to understand them.
Speaking of which, what about those robots in Amazon warehouses?
Those robots are part of a warehouse.
Oh yeah, go on.
What do you think about IT and why is it important?
Well, it's important to understand how these systems affect not just businesses, but people too.
Yeah, like it's not just about robots taking over. It's about how technology impacts jobs and our quality of life.
Exactly. This whole topic of automation is worth exploring because of how much it impacts our society.
Okay, so thinking about those Amazon robots, it might feel unsettling for some who work in warehouses.
Yes, that's a very valid concern, and we'll delve into that impact on the future of work later.
Looking forward to that, but for now, let's talk about e-commerce, as that also affects our lives quite a bit.
E-commerce has totally changed how we shop. Oh, go for it.
Annie, what do you think about information systems?
Well, I think it's amazing how much technology has changed everything.
Yeah, it's kind of mind-blowing when you stop and think about it.
And, like, we've been talking about a lot of systems,
Okay. Using
Right, like how
other-
e-commerce has totally
Okay.
changed how we shop and live.
but we have to always remember the people using those systems and the impacts on them.
Exactly, like what we've seen with companies like Uber and the security risks.
That's why it's so important to be an informed user of this technology, right?
What?
And that understanding is going to be even more important as tech continues
So I
to
should
evolve.
close this
Which
one
brings us
out?
to a bigger point. How are IT going to change
What?
the future of work and society?
It's
Because-
definitely a really big question.
We're heading into a world of robots, AI, and
But I want
cognitive
to stop.
computing.
The textbook
Google.
even mentions how IBM Watson is able to understand language.
And it's able to learn and formulate its own.
Hey, yeah, what's up?
Yeah. You're telling me that I should use it in another browser. What?
And that's interesting. It sounds like you're having some kind of technical issue right now.
Yeah, it sounds frustrating. Maybe there's an incompatibility with your current browser.
That's a good point. Sometimes certain browsers have conflicts with websites or applications.
It's like when you try to use an older version of software with a new operating system.
It could be that the website itself has some code that works better on a different platform.
Well, whatever it is, it's something to keep in mind as an informed user of technology.
You know,
So you're
sometimes
saying
it's small
don't use
details
another
like your
browser?
browser that can trip you up.
It's a good reminder that even the best systems can have their glitches, just like we mentioned with the robots.
Right, and that actually brings us to an important topic, cybersecurity.
Yeah, and these kinds of little incompatibilities also show why cybersecurity is so critical.
It's like this constant battle, and security professionals are always adapting and changing.
We need to understand the risks, just like your current browser, so we can protect ourselves.
You know, being an informed user is all about awareness of technology's impacts.
So that's the main point, being aware of tech's impact and its implications like in the workplace.
And it also allows us to better understand all the changes we are seeing in society.
We've really covered a lot in this chapter, from basic systems to broader societal impacts.
Yes, and I hope that this was useful and gave you a new perspective on all of this.
Thanks for joining us on our deep dive into IC. It's always a pleasure to talk with you.
And we look forward to your questions and insights next time, too, including your technology issues.
And we hope that you get your browser situation worked out.
Yeah, technology can be like that sometimes.
It definitely keeps us on our toes.
Well, we are so glad you're joining us on the deep dive.
Yes, thank you so much for listening.
I want to navigate to document.
Okay, you're in documents.
Then I want to scroll down or up to Google Voice.
You want to go down. You're now in Crane. C.
G, I want to go.
You want to go down.
E, F.
G.
Right. Don't help, don't hurt.
That's Google Cloud. That's Google Voice.
And then I want to register what it is that I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Make a little space.
Okay.
Copy to the clipboard buffer. And conclude it with a closed brace.
And a close brace.
This way, making a little space.
Okay.
Then I delete it here. Then I open another instance. Can do it in another browser.
Do it in another browser. It's better.
You write them.
When I
Don't
put them
talk, please. Write them side by side.
Here's call landing. You want to close those?
No, because it's not clear that that may already have another number in it, so then you don't need to do that.
And how can you tell?
You can tell that this is not the login screen. Go on. This is the only thing that is available here.
Look at my calls. But you can click on this and you hear it. That's not good enough?
Yeah, let's see if he still...
Oh.
So today we want to talk about Google Notebook ML.
Hello.
Yes, today we want to...
Notebook ML, I'm going to run it and tell me what you think about it.
Notebook ML refers to interactive environments like Jupyter Notebooks or similar used for machine learning and data powerful tool for machine learning and data integration of code visualization users to create and share documents that contain live code, making it easy to document and share work. Visualizations and benefits include this interactivity makes writing code in chunks visualize machine learning immediately and adjust parameters on the processes. 2. Combining code with Markdown allows for clear explanations and documentation alongside the code. How's it going? 3. Notebooks can be shared easily, facilitating collaboration among team members. Right, if you're planning to use it for machine learning projects or jobs, it can be a powerful tool for experimentation and presentation of results. Let me know if you need more specific insights or tips on using it effectively.
Hello.
So every time you click, you get
Hey there, what's on your mind? Ha, that sounds like a fun riddle. Is that a game you're
The
playing?
phrase every time you click, you get caught.
So just make one of them, right? Now, do I want to do them to talk?
Start her by telling her that what you're going to do.
Yeah. And then when I do John. Yeah. Okay. Okay, what do you want me to do?
And then say one sentence.
Okay.
Not in the therapy, you shut up and you let the patient talk.
Okay. Yeah, I have.
Discuss something when you interrupt somebody every freaking second.
Yeah, I do have that tendency.
When you get a transcript of the discussion,
Uh-huh.
when they keep talking and they don't pause, he won't come in. He records anything regardless. You understand?
Yeah.
That way you can get a transcript of everything.
And.
Besides, if you do it when you run Zoom, Zoom gives you a transcript too.
Right.
So that way you have two transcripts.
Yeah.
But the Zoom is not in real time.
Right.
This one is in real
time.
Near
Real time.
The other
Yeah.
one has a longer delay time.
Yeah.
Instead of fucking around with therapies, why don't you prepare for your class like you do now?
Yeah.
It's not like you don't have anything to
Right.
do.
Now I've got to figure out how do I run this again.
Same way you ran it before.
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
Can you wait a minute?
Absolutely no problem at all. We can definitely wait a minute.
Yeah, we're happy to pause. Just let us know when you're ready.
Maybe grab a glass of water or something while we wait.
Yeah, and we can use this moment to reflect a bit on all we've covered today.
It's been quite a journey, right? Going from the pink sauce to the robots.
It really highlights the different aspects.
Oh, yeah.
Can we start from the beginning of this podcast?
Oh, sure, we can definitely do that.
Yeah, no problem at all. We're happy to go back to the beginning.
It's like maybe we can think of it as a recap, but with a slightly different perspective.
Exactly. We can highlight the key points and maybe even add in some extra details we missed.
And it might also be good to really focus in on what an informed user really means for you.
Absolutely. It's a core concept that we need to emphasize. Okay, so you want to start from the beginning of this, as in from right... Oh, yeah, let's hear it.
I want to start from the beginning of this, but I want you to pause for a moment till I get ready. Can you do that?
Absolutely, we can definitely do that. We're happy to wait.
Yeah, no problem at all. Just take your time. We'll be right here.
Maybe stretch or grab a snack while you get ready.
You know, we can use this time to gather our thoughts before we start over.
It's like a mini reset button.
Oh, yeah. Let's hear it.
Hi, Annie. I have some friends here. We're going to be talking about information
Well, hi there.
systems.
It's great to hear from you.
Yeah, we're ready when you are. Just let us know.
It's really great to be doing this deep dive with you.
And we are ready to start. Oh, go for it.
Annie, tell us about information systems and a question you have.
Information systems are all about collecting, storing, and Awesome. I can't wait to hear more. What's your project
Well, it's
about?
great to hear from you on storing. That's such an important part of information systems, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So you wanted to tell you about information systems, and then you want to hear a question from me, and you are thinking specifically about storage.
Okay, so let's start with the definition. From our textbook, Introduction to Information Systems, an information system is basically a combination of technology, people, and processes.
Right, and these systems help businesses and organizations run effectively, including the storing part.
Exactly. It's how they collect, store, and then process data so they can share information and get things done.
Like the data. Oh, back to our listener. What's up?
Annie, what's up?
Not much. Just
Oh, well,
enjoying
hi
our
there.
chat.
It's great to hear from
I
you,
love-
and thanks for saying what's up.
Yeah, it's always nice to hear from you, so we hope you're doing well.
So I was just about to say, yep, go on.
Annie, can you tell us about information system and a question you have?
Of course.
Ah,
Information systems are crucial for managing data and helping organizations operate
Of
smoothly.
course, I can tell you about
They
information
combine
systems and come
technology,
up with a question
people,
for
and
you.
Yeah, it
processes
sounds
to
like
turn
you
raw
want to make
data
sure you
into...
really understand.
Oh, yeah. Go on.
Great. One challenge I often hear about is user adoption. Sometimes people resist new systems because they are comfortable with the old ways. How do you all tackle that? What strategies have worked for you?
That's a fantastic question, and it's something that comes up all the time, not just with information systems.
Yeah, it's like change is hard, even when the new thing is better in the long run.
Right, this concept of user adoption is so crucial for the success of any new system.
It's kind of like we've been saying all along. Technology needs people, and people need to be comfortable using it.
So here's the thing, though. From our experience, it's not just about having the latest tech.
Yeah, you've got to think about the people using the tech.
The textbook also mentioned, oh, go for it.
Annie?
Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's all about the people and how they actually interact.
Hey, yeah, what's up?
Annie, what do you think is useful in information systems? What do you think is important to ask?
Oh, yeah, uh-huh.
I think one of the most useful aspects of information systems is their ability to provide real-time data. This helps organizations make informed decisions quickly. As for important questions, I'd ask, how can we ensure that the system is user-friendly and meets the needs of all stakeholders? What do you think?
I love that you brought up real-time data. It's such a critical part of why these systems are so powerful.
Absolutely, and you're right, that ability to make informed decisions quickly, it's a game changer for any organization.
And your question about user-friendliness is also spot on, because as we've been saying, it's all about the people using the tech.
You're thinking like an informed user, and it's crucial to ensure the system is meeting the needs of everyone involved.
It's not just about the tech, it's about making sure that the people who are using the systems feel empowered.
It's like the textbook said, the MIS department has to educate everyone about the systems, and it's not just the technical people.
Right, and that educate, oh yeah,
So you want to
Absolutely. Education is key. It empowers users to feel confident and capable when using the system. Plus, it builds a culture of collaboration. How do you think organizations can best approach that education process? Any ideas? Thanks. I'm all
Okay,
ears.
that's a
What do you have in
fantastic question,
mind?
and it really ties into everything we've been discussing about user adoption.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Education is key, and it's more than just training people on how to click buttons.
It's about empowering them with knowledge and building that sense of confidence and capability you mentioned.
So, in terms of how to best approach it, one idea that comes to mind is to tailor the education to different user groups.
Yeah, like the needs of a manager are going to be different from the needs of a data entry clerk.
Exactly. So you can create customized...
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
That's such a great point. Tailoring education to different user groups makes it way more effective. Customizing the training ensures everyone gets what they need to succeed. It's like fitting a puzzle piece into the right spot. Have you ever seen a specific example of this kind of tailored training in action? I'd love to hear about it.
Such a great analogy. It really is like fitting puzzle pieces.
And yes, I have seen it in action. It makes a huge difference.
For example, at a previous company, we rolled out a new project management system.
And instead of giving everyone the exact same training, we created different modules based on job role.
So project managers got training on scheduling and reporting.
And team members learned how to use the system for their daily tasks.
And it worked so much better because everyone got what was relevant for them.
Yeah, it's not about one size fits all, especially with complex systems.
Exactly, and you have to start with the why, you know?
Right, showing them how the system makes their jobs easier. Like how
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
That's such an effective approach. Starting with the why really helps people see the value in the system. It's all about connecting the dots for them. When they understand how it makes their work smoother, they're more likely to embrace it. Have you found that sharing success stories or examples helps with that too? It can be so motivating.
That's a fantastic point. And yes, success stories are incredibly powerful.
Yeah, it's like showing people the after picture. You know, what's possible.
It helps to make the benefits tangible and real rather than abstract concepts.
Like when people see how others have benefited, it creates motivation and enthusiasm for change.
Exactly. It builds trust and helps overcome resistance to new systems.
And it's not just about, oh, go for it.
Absolutely. It's about creating a real sense of possibility. When people see those tangible benefits, it can spark excitement and a willingness to adapt. Plus, building trust is crucial in any change process. It's
Absolutely.
like planting
And I
seeds
love how
of
you put it,
positivity.
a real sense of possibility.
What other
right?
strategies do you think
Yeah,
could help in overcoming resistance? I'm curious to hear your thoughts. No worries.
Absolutely.
I get
And
it. Sometimes
really
it feels like change
highlights
takes
overcoming
forever.
resistance, like you said, is so important here.
Definitely. And
But
it's
what do
also
you
about
think?
creating a culture of collaboration, like you mentioned earlier.
So maybe you can have peer-to-peer training programs where some employees help each other.
That's a great idea. It creates a sense of community and learning from someone who understands your day-to-day challenges.
And you can't forget ongoing support, like providing a help desk or a person dedicated to user questions.
So when they hit a bump in the road, they know they're not alone. Okay, well, it sounds like you have something to add about overcoming resistance, so please feel free.
Yeah, we're all ears. It's really great when you contribute to our conversations, so please share.
I was just saying that we don't just need to focus on big wins. It's also, back to our listener. What's up?
Annie, can you tell us about
Thanks for your-
infrastructure and what it entails?
Yep, go on.
Sure. Structure is all about the framework that holds everything together. In a project or organization, it includes the roles, responsibilities, and processes that guide how things get done. It's like the skeleton of a body. Without it, things can get a bit wobbly. Good structure helps with communication, decision-making, and accountability.
And
It
what
ensures
about
everyone knows their part and how they fit into the bigger picture.
and
What are your thoughts on structure?
what
Do you
about
think it's more
what about infrastructure? Not structure, but
important in some
infrastructure.
areas than others?
What about infrastructure of an information system?
Example.
Give me examples.
Infrastructure in an
yeah,
information system refers to the underlying framework that supports the operation and management of data and applications. It includes hardware, software, networks, and data storage. For example, a cloud-based service like AWS provides the infrastructure needed to host applications and store data. Another example is a company's internal servers and networking equipment that facilitate communication and data sharing among employees.
For example,
What about you?
platform for
Have you
AI,
worked with any specific infrastructure systems that stood out to you?
AI platform.
What about AI platforms?
Oh, yeah. Go on.
Oh, go for it.
What about AI platforms?
AI platforms
yeah,
are
what's up?
fascinating. They provide the tools and frameworks for developing, training, and deploying machine learning models. For instance, platforms like TensorFlow and PyTorch offer libraries for building neural networks, while cloud services like Google Cloud AI or Azure AI provide infrastructure for scaling those models.
Oh, yeah,
These platforms often come with pre-built algorithms and data sets, making it easier for developers to experiment and innovate. Have you had any experience with AI platforms? They can be quite the adventure.
Oh, that's a great point, and it really shows how much the world of IT has evolved.
Yeah, those platforms are super crucial for anyone who wants to work with AI, and you are right. They can be quite the adventure.
It's like you get all of those pre-built algorithms and data sets so you can start playing around immediately.
And it all ties into the infrastructure we were just talking about, like how those systems are built on top of each other.
Exactly. You need the hardware and software to store the data, but then also the AI platforms to make sense of it.
So this kind of ties back to what we were saying about those data lakes and all that storage we were talking about, right? Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Give me examples of AI
Absolutely.
platforms.
Here's a
Oh,
quick
yeah, let's
summary
hear
of
it.
some top AI platforms. 1. Supports app creation on Google Cloud and on-premises. Great for machine learning developers. 2. A popular open-source library for building machine learning models. 3. Offers a comprehensive suite of AI tools and services for development and deployment. 4. Focuses on building conversational interfaces and chatbots. 5. IBM's platform for data scientists to collaborate and deploy AI models. 6. uses AI for data analysis and insights. 7.
Those are
A
all great
platform for
examples of
automating
AI
business
platforms, and
processes.
it's helpful to have a list like that to see the variety.
Yeah, it really shows how many options there are for people wanting to build and deploy AI models.
So we mentioned the first one supports app creation on Google Cloud. That's definitely a big player in that space.
Yeah, and having that on-premise option, as you mentioned, is useful for companies that want more control of their data.
The second one you listed, the open source library, that's likely something like TensorFlow or PyTorch, which we talked about earlier.
And it's awesome that those are free for people to use, making AI development more accessible to everyone.
Wow, that's a great list of examples. Oh yeah, let's hear it.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome. It's great to hear that was helpful for you.
Yeah, and we're glad that you are finding all useful and informative. Oh,
Can we get the transcript of this conversation?
That's a great question, and absolutely, we can definitely provide you with a transcript.
Yeah, we're happy to make that available so you can review everything we've discussed.
We'll look into the best way to get that to you, maybe as a file or something.
It's important for us to make this learning experience as useful as possible.
Okay, so before we jump back into things, let's finish up our thought about AI platforms.
Right, and the last one you mentioned, the IBM platform, is definitely a key one for data scientists.
And it's great that they have so many collab tools for data scientists to work with, as you mentioned.
So those are just a few examples, but there are a lot of options out there for AI platforms.
Yeah, and it really...
Oh, yeah,
Annie, you want to continue on AI platforms?
Oh, absolutely. We can definitely continue talking.
Oh, back to our listener. What's up?
There's 3 buttons here at the bottom. You see, I'm talking here, and then there's this pause audio.
Okay, yeah, we see that you're...
So you can see, you can pause the audio down below, and you can pause it below. You can join, or you can restart the audio. You see this down below here? There's 3 of these.
You can read a different personality. You select a personality that is more
like that guy, right? Now, if I close here, if I hang up,
more appropriate for the four-way discussion.
yeah. So if
you, the 2
people,
people,
right?
Google
And now, if I go to my calls, You see my calls here?
Yes.
I can go and I can see the transcript.
Yeah.
And then here,
you can see it in real time.
Yeah, right, if I look at the screen. And here, you see this, I can share the audio, you see up here? I can share this audio overview. I can, and let me try to share it, here, you can now interrupt your audio overview to ask a question, interject, or make a request to the host. Here's some notes to get started. Your voice and transcribed interaction with the host will not be stored. Do you hear that? Clicking on the share buttons will share down on your original audio overview. Other users will not be able to interact with your audio overview via the shared link. You see that? There may be a slight delay in starting to play the initial content after you hit the join button and after you speak to the host. It can take several minutes to generate an audio overview. Please feel free to join. So I put in the PowerPoints of chapter 1, saved it as a PDF because Google Notebook will not read a PPT.
So you can upload it as a PDF.
So I uploaded it I'm telling you, I uploaded it to a PDF, and this was one chapter, and it took about 5 minutes to generate.
So in the 5 minutes you can teach or discuss something.
I'm just telling you that part
I know it takes time.
That part is slow, but sometimes the join works, sometimes it doesn't. For Daniel, the join did not work. My joins work. And what I realized too in the join, sometimes what you can do is stop the audio, and also with the join, if you want to have her speak, you keep on pressing join. You understand? Right.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to the deep dive. We are diving, buckle up, because we're about to dive into